Alright. So back to Schlavitz here with Toxik. What's going on, guys? We do this again. We just started this before. They got fans coming down taking pictures. I'm going to step off to the side because they are getting ready to play tonight at Saint Vitus. They're about to go on in about 10 minutes. So Toxik, you guys been around since 86, 87, and you played some killer shows, and we were just talking about some of the reasons why you guys took a long hiatus. Yeah. And it was lack of money or something?
We lack of money, a recession hit. Yeah. Nirvana hit. Nirvana hit, right? You know, Pearl Jam hit, Soundgarden and everybody else.
See, now that is true. Now it's funny you bring that up because what do you guys attribute to the resurgence of old school thrash, which you guys were a part of, the birth of that?
Heads out of their asses finally.
People got their heads out of their asses finally.
It's people just getting, like, realizing that, you know, music's real again. Like guitar solos and double bass and stuff that like went away like in the mid-90s to the early 2000s. I mean,
absolutely.
The book was closed on metal.
Right, yeah, it seemed like it.
Finally realized, oh shit, people can play again.
Dude, by the time like the early 2000s and like the mid-2000s, it was really, it was a messed up scene. Yeah. So you think that the reason why, especially old school thrash is making resurgence, people realize that this is really good music, especially the music you guys are playing, Toxik.
I think that too, and also that you have the resurgence of all the old bands that are now back and fucking kicking ass more so than ever, like the Anthrax and the Testaments and stuff.
Anthrax.
We're basically on their, you know, third career at this
right,
point.
yeah, absolutely.
And it's awesome. It opens the door for younger bands and also opens the door for bands.
What is it do you think about thrash metal as opposed to like rap bands that are our age and we're all in our 40s, we're all in our 40s, let's say give or take, but if you have bands from like the late 80s, early 90s that play rap, they're not really having a resurgence. You get bands like yourselves, Toxik and Testament and Death Angel, they're coming back stronger than others. What makes it different that young people and older people like ourselves like the thrash metal as opposed to where it's rap, it's only like, it's gotta be new, and for some reason younger people don't like the older rap bands. I don't know if you guys could answer it.
Yeah, well, you know, actually I think I don't want to diss anybody, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't want to diss the genre either.
Right.
But like, hip-hop in general is kind of by its nature, it's got to be new. It's right. Shit that's hot.
Yeah.
I haven't seen, you know, you don't see anybody running around sporting Run DMC.
No.
So like hip-hop doesn't seem to do, where's the public getting the resurgence, you know? So
EVMA?
Yeah.
Well, I think another thing too,
hip-hop doesn't seem to do that. It doesn't seem to have the same kind of cycle that rock does.
That's definitely.
And also, you also got to remember too, like on the old school bands, NWA can't get back together. He's dead. DMC can't get together anymore.
Right, yeah.
Right, that's true
so
too.
you have key members that are no longer with us.
That are dead. I mean, it's unfortunate.
I'd love to see an NWA.
Yeah, that would be great. And that's another thing too. You know, there's another question. A couple weeks ago, I saw that this old club back down in Trenton. I went to undergrad school at Rutgers called City Gardens, and that place was a shithole. But there was a lot of fights out front, like a lot of like skinheads, like straight edge skinheads, Nazi skinheads, like little wannabe gangsters, and just in general around the whole New York area. Scenes in the late 80s, early 90s, there were like little gangbangers. I don't even want to call them gangbangers, they might have been from the suburbs, but now you don't see that as much anymore. Now you see the scene in metal and thrash and death metal, everyone's just chill at the scene. Why do you think that is? Like, there used to be a lot more fights.
People got tired of fighting?
That's right, people got tired of fighting, and it's just annoying.
It's not as segregated as it was.
It's not as segregated.
You know, like we've got this we've got this Toxik show going on, and tonight, right now, if you go upstairs, check it out. There's Opeth shirts, but there's Docket shirts.
Right.
And there's hardcore, right? You know what I mean? So I think that music in general, and it's in part, I think, it's in part because the label industry itself has broken down so far that it's now really fan-based and fan-generated. We're not out here for the money, we're out here for our fans, for our friends. And I think that has a way of kind of softening the edges a little bit. We're not as segregated as we want to be. We're part of more of a family. It's much more community. I don't know about anybody else, but I really feel that way from the social media. Like the love that gets sent to us from people, man, is unfucking.
And this might sound a little corny, but equal, doesn't matter what race you're or gender or whatever. The band I sing with, we have 5 people. I'm Polish, black guy, Puerto Rican guy. You know, it's like a lot more mix of people listening to metal now that never was really like that in the late 80s, early 90s. So I think that's true as well. So one last question. Do you guys have anything coming out right now for Toxik? Any new music?
Yeah, we do. We've got an album that we've been working on for the last year. I can't give you a date. We can't give you a date because we don't know ourselves, but it's coming. It's 12 songs, 13 songs, whatever.
Wow, real full length.
Yeah. No, we'll be playing 5 of the tunes tonight after the record.
Wow.
5 new songs coming out. You know? And that'll be within the next. Hopefully, it'll be within the next 6 months. We don't know. We're going back to Europe. We're going to Europe for 12 days. We got a 10-day, 12-day tour that we're doing there, and then we're coming back from that, and then we go back again. And at the end of summer, we're playing at the Alphabet Festival. We've got a lot going on.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, we're playing with Twisted Sister and Marilyn Manson.
Wow, Twisted Sister was. I mean, when I was younger, I listened to more like the hardcore crossover, thrash, and punk rock. But I mean, who doesn't like Twisted Sister? Excuse me?
Listen to Stigmata at all?
Stigmata, yeah, a little bit. But a little. You was drunk Stigmata? There you go, man. You guys got to
I'm also drunk for Shadows Fall, too.
Shadows Fall? Are you serious? Get serious. Hey, man, so this is.
You mentioned hardcore, and I'm like, well, we're playing a lot of shitty shows down here.
Yeah, man. I grew up listening to like Minor Threat.
Oh, yeah, we used to play Leeway down here all the time.
Nasty Front. Cro-Mags. And then there's actually a big hardcore show coming up real soon and stuff.
May 18th.
Yes, it's up on NYC Metal Scene.
We will be there.
So there you go, man. Toxik, they got a lot going on, man. I would definitely check them out. If you already don't know them, please do. And they can find you at
ToxikMetal.com.
Toxic Metal. Facebook.
Toxic Metal. Yep. Twitter. We're out there.
Go to ToxikMetal.com. Me being a web developer, I always have respect when people have their own websites, dedicated websites. So hey, Matthew Splavitz, NYC Metal Scene, here with Toxik. Yeah! Yo, man, you guys are gonna have a killer show tonight. You're gonna get nice footage and stuff. Absolutely. Fuck. Thanks, man. That was cool. That was excellent.